Hi, my name is Ivan Pasishnik. I'm from Ukraine, from Kiev, and right now I'm here in Manchester. But basically, my team and me, we're now located in Poland, in Krakow, where we works on our project. It's basically energy management project. Basically, when the revolution starts, we actually start also our project. So for us, it was like part of the time we spent to work on our project, and part of this time we spent like to live in the street and to help people in the way that we can. So and the most terrible times comes when we come from Amsterdam to Krakow. So we received the news that policemen kick students on our street, and that time it was something, unbelievable. So it's never happened before, like in such way. So and we feel terrible, really terrible, and like we spent all the time to communicate with people, to like help them, like to share information, to tell how better to do some like to share this information. And then we come back from Krakow and to Kiev basically, and me and my friends will live on the square, and sometimes it was totally different. So sometimes it was scary, sometimes not. So sometimes we even don't think about like scary, not scary. We just live there, we work there, and it was very interesting that we organized some professional community there. So it was like, for example, people like doctors, some medical people who knows like how to help people with their health. So they collect together, they help people, because it was very cold and a lot of people was ill, a lot of people was frozen. So the doctors help everyone, and in our case, so we help that how we can help. So we bring internet cable there, so we launch internet there. I participate, let's say, in two communities. So it was IT Nomad, and also it was Spilna TV. So it was like a IT community on Maidan, and also like media community. So the people who stream directly from the street and like show exactly what happened in this time, in this like point, like exactly what really exactly happened. So we use some Ustream channel. So yeah, it's basically what we're doing there. And so that time, sometimes it even we're not feeling it like it's real. So for us, I don't know, maybe because previously we look a lot of like cinema about different, and when some extreme things happen in real life, it's really hard to believe that it's really happened in your real life, and it's really dangerous, and it can like end it very bad. So you just see it's like cinema maybe. Yeah. Oh, and basically, if I start to speak about cinema, so also the few days before our policemen start fight against people, like the big one, when people died. So we organize like our Maidan cinema. So we bring some projector and we show cinema on this main street, and like people like totally different cinema. Like some of them was like Ukrainian, some of them was like about honor, about like some historic films in cinemas. So it was really interesting, and it was like in the same day when we launched this make this cinema. So a lot of people came, and like because it was all the time it was quite the same, and it's happened something new, and. And also it was another very interesting thing. So people organized how to say it's we have two stage in the center, and one stage it was like, you know, some political stage where people like some political guys speak about all the situation, and we had also like small stage. It was like open university of Maidan, so the people speak there about history, about democracy, about arts, about everything, whatever you want, but like, you know, some knowledge, some really interesting things, and it was a lot of really interesting people there on this Maidan University. So the revolution was like several months, and during these several months it happened a lot of bad things, like sometimes like policemen kick people, sometimes it was a little bit worse situation. And in our opinion, so we live in the street, we communicate with these people, and we know that it was some problem with connection, and we know that like special security force of our government, so they listen all like phone talks, all like, you know, channels, and when people communicate between them, so they listen everything, and it's very dangerous to communicate in such way. So then if you go somewhere, the policeman can catch you, and like you will go to the jail, and it was really dangerous at the time. So some of the people just because they bring some stuff to the center of city, so the government puts them to the jail for a long period. So and we saw all the situation, and we start works on the system that can help people to communicate with each other. So, but we not ended this system like whole when it was happened like 18th of February. And like it was terrible several days, so, and we just launched it like how it was, and we just start like collect all information ourselves and just put directly to the map. So me and my friends, we can just collect all this information, put on the map, and that's all. So it wasn't like application or something like this. So we just make some coordination center, let's say, and but on that map we show like everything, like what happened. So where is hospital, where is like some dangerous place where someone see the police, or where someone see the bandits, because our ex-president and ex-government, so they pay some money for bandits to kick normal people, to protest, to attack protests, and so basically we show people, and people know about us, they call us and they say, oh, I see here like this and this. But sometimes it was like very dangerous information, so then we don't put it on the map. So we decided it's better not to put it on the map, but call directly to some, we have like had like self-organization defense force of like normal people, and we know like the like who is the main in different areas of our city. So we are called directly to them and say like, guys, you have some people need your help like there and there. So sometimes it was like this. So not to the map. So but first several days, yeah, we put on the map. We put where some patrol right now, so because patrol catch people who bring some stuff to Maidan, so we put where is they, and people can like, you know, ride between them and like be more safely.
Yeah.
I'm 27, so when I born it was like Soviet Union, and like it was one country, and then like we have quite like our history was the same, let's say, and so my first language was Russian language, and then it was like separate country like Ukraine, and Russian, and you know, like we have quite big family. So previously, of course, like right now it's most of all it's like 1 or 2 child, but like 50 years ago, for example, it can be like 5, 6, 7 child, especially in village. So and then people just go somewhere, and like, you know, family lives in, so in that time there are no borders, so the people go like to Russian, they go to Belarus, to Ukraine, so, and whole family live, like, you know, in different areas, in different countries. So, and right now actually the same the same. So the people have like, you know, part of the family live in Ukraine, part in Russian, but right now it's very hard because of TV channels, and they show all this information in a very aggressive perspective, and people stopped to communicate with each other. But before it was like really no problem. So my good friends work in Ukraine, in Russian, in Moscow right now, and basically when we make several my projects before, and like we communicate with the same groups of like Fab Lab, Hack Lab, so from Russian, from Moscow, from St. Petersburg, from another cities, and we make even event together. So it's like through Skype. So they make, like, for example, Arduino party, and we make Arduino party, and we communicate through Skype. And guys from Russian come to our hackerspace. Our guys go to Moscow hackerspace, for example. So there no problem with like no this communication, so everything was good. Then this like war happened, and we all know that like it's like Russian money, and they sponsored our like terrorists in the east and organized all of this, because like the guys who was the main of terrorists, so they are from Russian special force, and everyone knows about this, and they sponsors with this, with rockets, with tanks, and a lot of that. So, and this Russian propaganda works very strong everywhere. So right now it's hard, but for example, when I travel the world, like right now we're in Manchester, yeah. So, and I met the delegation from Russian, so it's a lot of very smart people, and they understand everything. And to speak and to communicate with them, it's quite easy. So it's the same. I really enjoy to communicate, to speak with them, because it's like they are smart. They also want to live better life, and they understand everything. So.
So yeah, how about your own family? Are they spread in Russia and Ukraine as well?
Actually, I don't know how to say in English, but like not like brother of my father, but like, you know, like cousin.
Cousin,
like this, yeah. Cousin. So he lives in St. Petersburg, for example, and my father sometimes he makes some Skype calls with him, and they communicate somehow. But I really don't know like how often and how close right now. Yeah, and in my case, basically almost all family live in one country, in Ukraine. During our revolution, basically we protest against our government, and basically it was very hot protests, and with like attacks between like police and us, and our government said that we're like, you know, revolutionaries, like terrorists and something like this. And basically it was very funny when I saw this question in this visa, because like, you know, that time, yeah, they said that like, you know, that like we're a terrorist, and it's like foreigner agent. It was the most funny, like, you know, if you have some organization, like non-profit social organization, also like if you receive any money like from like, you know, some grant, for example, and it's funny, our country don't get any grants, like, you know, to culture or something like this, or maybe they give, but like in a very tricky way. And when you launch some really interesting project, for example, my really good friend, they launched crowdfunding platform like Kickstarter but local, and they received grant for this project. And our government said that they're like a foreigner agent. So it's like, what? So now internet is very open in our country, for example. In Russian it's very closed. And they try to make our internet like, if you write something about your government in Facebook, you can go to jail. Like, what? And it also was very like, what?
I see. Yeah.
And with this, like, with this law, everyone from us can go to the jail. I have no like ideal future for Ukraine, but I know like several things what I want to see there. So I want to like so a lot of different problems right now in Ukraine, and if we will solve some of them, for example, if like the law will be like the highest, so if how to explain, so when I make some business, I have some risks that some bandits come to me or some people and say, I want part of your company, and because they have some guns and something like this, so okay, so what I can say, and so there are no law, like and it's one of the things. So basically I cannot explain it in English because I never speak about this in English. It's hard to explain from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right now is one of the most important things that to stop the war in the East, but not just in a just stop it. No, it should be in a right way. So Russians should not give money. Russians should leave our country. I mean army. So and then between ourselves we can how to say,
you can become friends together again without the army.
We cannot say after that people kill.
Oh, of course.
But we will communicate somehow, and without money and the army from Russian, it would be much easier to stabilize the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And basically right now it's quite good people in government, so the government changed a lot this time. So right now I have several friends there. So for example, I write yesterday to one of them, and he introduced me to some people in Manchester, not Manchester, London, where I'm going tomorrow. So and it's, if you really need something, so you can easily communicate with government right now, and even through Facebook, for example. So almost all our government there right now in social media, in Facebook and Twitter. So definitely you can communicate with them, and to control them start be much easier. So for example, right now they start to vote for the law in our government, in parliament. They start vote in the right way. So previously it was one party decided that they need some law, and when this voting process starts, so you have 60 seconds to vote, and then several people just run through the chairs and push the button yes everywhere. So and the biggest part of the party can be even not exist in the parliament at the time. So and they just voting for all of them. But right now it's a lot of journalists, it's a lot of control of this process, and if someone pushes the button yes for another deputy, so everything fixed, and then I think when it will be next parliament election to government, so all this information will show, and for that deputy nobody will vote. So, so right now what I want to say that right now we have like chance to be like, you know, to make Ukraine a really great country, and I think all of us will make like everything what we can like to make it. So like, you know, high technology country, but or maybe it will so we have like a really good ground, like, you know, for agriculture. So maybe it will be like great agricultural country that can sell a lot of like fruits, vegetables to Europe, for example. Or we have like a really strong IT community, IT guys, and we have a lot of IT companies, and because like to make some IT companies you need like to work in IT you need like laptop and your brain, and you can start work there. So, and a lot of for young people basically it's only one way like how they can grow in this world. So because to launch something you need some capital, but when you have no this money, because but you have brain, so you can start to work hard and like be succeed and like make really great things.
Yeah.
So of course I invite you to Ukraine, so if you have the possibility to come, so it's a really great country, and I can show you a lot of very interesting things in my city, in my country. So basically, until I was 25, I never was on the out of border. So I discovered like I go like hitchhiking, I go to mountains, to some river, and like it's really great country.